All right, guys, something different for the channel today. As always, I'm Chris, your host for my new inventory showcase videos. Glad you guys are back. And I'm going to showcase a new vehicle that we don't do a lot of because they become very hard to buy and they're very hard to find. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of the ones I do see in today's day and age are not nice. They're just rusty or not nice quality, just not what I'm looking for. Today is a different story. Now, before we start, I do want to explain that those of you who watch my videos, you know my videos are very thorough and very long. I need to start cutting those down just for time purposes. It takes me half a day to do these videos, edit them, etc. And obviously being a business owner, I have a lot of responsibilities and I need to work on that. So I want to be upfront and I'm going to be as thorough as possible, continuing moving forward with these new inventory showcase videos. But if there's anything that I miss or there's anything that you guys want, specifically pictures, certain videos that I might have missed, I'll be glad to do that. So want to be upfront there, let you guys know that. Without further ado, let's see what we got. And there it is. This is a 2008 GX 470. As you can see, it finished off in the very hard to find Desert Sage metallic exterior color, which is a very unique, very hard to find color. Very underappreciated car here in my opinion. Obviously, same drivetrain as a 100 series Land Cruiser at a much lesser price. No, it doesn't say Land Cruiser or even LX 470 on it. But the characteristics of it are very, very similar. If you've driven one, you know what I'm talking about. This car has been in Washington State and California since new. It's got fantastic service history. A lot of it is on the Carfax, but some of it is on Lexus.com that you're not going to see on Carfax. And I do have all those records printed out. So, I want to, we're going to start here like normal. I'm going to show you what comes with the car. I'm going to do our monitors, talk about the Carfax real quick, and then we'll pull it outside and get going on the video. All right, so here we are in the back of the car. As you see, I do have a full set of books that come with this vehicle. I do have one key, and it's got some kind of aftermarket keyless start on it or alarm. That's what that other keychain is. Now, we do have our jack that is sleeping inside where it's supposed to be. And if I can get this back on, we do have a full set of tools. As you can see right there. And there's a little toolkit. As you can see, the previous owners have used the netting, and that's why it's loose. So they've had stuff in there, and we used to call them the wizard sleeves on the old Land Cruisers. They used to have these nets on the 100s on the back of the seats, and they'd get loose like that, looking like wizard sleeves. So that's what comes with the car. And let's start with our monitors and go from there. All right, so real quick, this vehicle does show a minor accident on the Carfax, and I want to go around and show off all of the VIN stickers on the car for transparency. So we'll start here with the hood. And obviously, I'm sure most of you know, these VIN stamp stickers prove that these are original panels. So again, this is the hood. The right fender ending in 499. The driver's fender, as you see, is missing a sticker. So this driver's fender has been replaced, and I'm going to go over that real quick in 1 second. Driver's door is original. Left rear door is original. Quarter panel is original. Left quarter panel, I should say. The tailgate door is original. The right rear door is original. Quarter panel is original. And finishing off the circle, the right front door is original. So The only thing not being original is this left fender over here. Now, that tells me, and one thing I want to do right here is just showcase off this door jamb. We can look right here and see all this seam seal that runs all the way up the door, all the way up to right there. None of that, all of that is factory. So whatever was done to this car, whatever kind of accident, let me shut the hood. 1 second. So whatever was done was very minor, because the right fender is original, the hood's original, the left front door is original. All the panels on this car are original other than this fender right here. Now, so whatever it was had to be very minor, because you were just isolating it to that one spot. If the fender did not have a sticker, the hood didn't have a sticker, the door didn't have a sticker, then we would have to be worried about something else. But that's not the case here, and it's just that fender that's been replaced. Now, paintwork wise, this car came in and was faded. You know, these older Toyotas, they are susceptible to fading in hot climates. So what we did was paint the front bumper. We replaced both the headlights, painted the hood, painted the roof, and painted this flare right here. The flare had a little bit of damage on it, and I went ahead and painted that. So all of that, all the top surfaces just got done. All of the surfaces that stare at the sun all the time, and the car came out fantastically, as you can see. We'll go over more of that here shortly. Let me get going on these monitors and we'll start our video. All right, so here we are. Let me try to get it up. All right, so we're all hooked up. We'll just wait for our scanner to pop up and tell us what's up. And there we are. We've got 8 monitors that are all active and are all ready to be tested. We have no powertrain DTCs or freeze frame data stored in the vehicle's computer. So no issues here. This car will pass emissions in all 50 states. Let me turn the lights on. Let's briefly go around this thing and showcase that everything works. Headlight, fog light, headlight, fog light. This car turned out great paint wise. This video, hopefully it'll do its justice. Working taillights, 2 working tag lights. And again, back to the front. Brand new headlights, they look awesome. Bright lights are both working. Blinker, and we're gonna hit the driver's side first, as you see. Everything looks great there. Blinker looks great there, and finally, a blinker that works. So everything works there. We don't have any issues as far as lighting goes. Let me get this unplugged. And as we can see, the only light we have on is the tire pressure light, and that is the vehicle's gonna be sold just like that. All the tires are inflated to the proper pressure. There's going to be a sensor out somewhere. For those of you who don't know, they're very problematic on every make and model, and in my opinion, you either replace all 5 at one time or you leave it the way it is. And so that is exactly what we are going to do. So now I'm going to show off the active height control real quick. As you can see, we are in the neutral setting. We're gonna bump it up to the high setting. And just like on the 100s, it's the same actually switch and everything with the digital part that you see here, and the switch that controls the active height control is all just like on the 100 series. It's not any different. So as you know, you'll bump it up, the car will work, and once it gets into the high position, there you go, it will become solid. And there it is in the high position. So we will come back down to the low setting. And there we are. Now, keep in mind, that is in the low setting. Keep in mind, we're just lowering and raising the rear. This is not like the 100s where they will raise the whole car. But nonetheless, just want to showcase that everything works as it should there. Again, we are in the low setting. And let's pull it outside and get going on the video. All right, so one thing I want to do before we pull it outside is showcase the undercarriage. If I can get under here. There is a very small amount of surface rust. Back here, nothing major, nothing that I would go crazy over. And it is just surface rust. So this is not going to further... It's not going to continue to progress depending on what area of the country it goes to. But as you can see, very minor. It's pretty normal to see this type of thing on cars at this age and that have been out west in that Washington area. CV axle and power steering rack look great. No leaking or anything going on there. And as you can see, there's not any kind of rot or anything like that going on. It's just all just surface rust. All right, so let's get it outside. All right, here we are. So we're outside with it. And again, just to refresh everybody, front bumper, hood, roof, the flare on that left side have all been painted. And we will touch on that right now. Came out fantastic, as all of our cars do. Look how nice that bumper looks. No waves, nothing crazy going on. Again, headlights new, so there's nothing wrong with these headlights. Everything's in great shape. Hood just got painted. Look how nice the hood looks. Not wavy. That'll be a good view for you guys. Very little touch up on this car as well. Again, we did paint this whole flare, cladding, whatever you want to call it. But look down the side of this car. Look how nice it is. So again, you know, most of these cars, and for you buyers out there that have been looking, you know, these cars are hard to find that are in good condition. And this is a different story for these GXs. Let's check our rail for any kind of dents, which if it's had any kind of hail damage, you're always going to see it up there on the rails, but everything looks awesome. Just again, look down the side of this car. So everything looks fantastic there. Let's hop up on the roof. Again, we did paint the roof. There's no damage. Crossbars are intact. Everything looks awesome. Came out really good. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Mirror's in great shape. Windshield is original, or at least it's got a Lexus windshield in it. Maybe I shouldn't say that it's original. So left front wheel. Have a few little minor nicks right up here in this area, a few like right here. Other than that, they look to be in great shape. No wheel lock to worry about. Does have a set of Firestone destinations on it, as you see, that are very tall. There we go. Everything looks great down there. How nice our step bar, our lower claddings look. Just fantastic shape. Left rear wheel. Nothing really to talk about back here. Wheels in great shape. And does have a Bridgestone, 2 Bridgestones in the rear. So they obviously replaced 2 and 2 at some point. Car drives great though. Rear bumper is in great shape, all things considered. There is some light touch up right here, down on the bottom of the hitch cover. But other than that, that's all you're gonna see on this rear bumper. The door itself back here is in excellent shape. There's no touch up. Again, very little touch up on this car, which is always a plus. Spoiler looks in great shape. Well, look how nice all the plastic is on the gate. There's no scratches, no gouging, no nothing going on, which is kind of hard to find on these at this point. Get this book out of the way. Owner's manual. Hopefully I don't forget that. Everything looks awesome back here. Middle row headrest is in there. I'm not going to pull it out. Back of the seats are in great shape. Let's fold them down. And I'm going to try to showcase off all of the cargo area. Look how nice everything looks. Nothing's gouged up. All of this trim up here can get torn up. It all looks really nice. Same thing coming down here to this passenger side. Speaker cover's not torn. Everything looks really good. Back of our second row seats look awesome. In here is the factory satellite module. So these older cars, you actually had to buy this module for the satellite radio to work. So that's pretty cool. And they were expensive back in the day. I forget how much they were, but they were very expensive. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. They're definitely easier than the 100s. But doing it one-handed still presents a little bit of a challenge. And there you have it. Let's look at the bottom. Look how nice everything looks. No gouging, no tears. Look how nice the back of the second row seats look. Really, really nice car here. There's our factory cargo mat and the carpet underneath. All looks to be in great shape. Let me just throw that back in here quickly. And let me turn it around and we'll get on to the passenger side. All right, so here we are on the passenger side. Sorry for that little glare. Much like the driver's side, look how nice this car is. I can't overstate how straight and nice this car is. Especially without a ton of touch-up or anything like that going on. Again, just in really, really nice condition. Same thing with our rail up here. I mean, like, look, even like up the pillar. There's no touch-up going on up the pillar. Such a nice, clean car. Most of them are not going to look like this. All right, so let me point out the flaws on this side. Do have a scratch here that's been touched up. Scratch here that's been touched up. Scratch right here on the quarter panel. It's been touched up. The driver's door has a long scratch right here. Try to get it about that length that has been touched up. There's another one that runs down the door, as you can see. Very small, and it was touched up very well. So if you stand back, even if I come down and up, it's very hard to notice and very hard to see. The only other thing I'd point out is right here on this door edge, the plastic cladding has been touched up. But again, guys, other than that, it's really all to complain about. No dents. Look how straight and nice the side of this car is. So this right rear wheel does have a few little minor imperfections along that edge down there. Very, very minor. There's no rust or corroding or anything like that going on with these wheels. Do have the Bridgestone tire over here, and it's nice and tall. Coming up to this front wheel, same little thing. Do have a little minor imperfection there and there, but other than that, great shape. And it does have the Firestones up front again. Door panel, look how nice it is. Look at the edges over here, how straight and no damage. Everything looks excellent. You do have some minor cracking going on the wood grain right here, which is common. You're going to see that on just about all of them, especially when they've been in hot climates. But look how nice all of this trim is. None of it's peeling or chipped. Same thing with the top of our door panel. Everything looks really good. They should have done the plastic speaker cover on the 100s, but that's a story for a different day. Look how nice our jam and our kick plate and everything looks. No dents, no damage. Look at that seat, baby. Looks new. Same thing with our seat belts. You know I'm a stickler for my seat belts. Look how nice they look. Armrest. Coming up here to the dash, we do have some of the classic cracking going on here on the dash, which is common on all GXs. You will see that. This is very minor, and it's really just this area down. None of it is peeling, none of the material has come off, so all of that is okay. Our wood grain looks great. CD changer. I don't have a CD to put in it, but it does want to load, so that's always good. And I'll throw that book back in here shortly. Do have these newer style all-weather GX mats in here, and the carpet looks great. You might have a little bit of staining going on right there, but that's very, very nitpicky in my opinion. Super clean car inside and out. Rear door panel looks great. Same thing here. Our wood actually looks fantastic here. We don't have any cracking, but just look how nice all of this is. Our pull, all of our window trim. Rear window does come down, and it does go back up. And I just remembered I forgot to hit this window, so let me hit that. This is the front window now. And does go back up. Also, I forgot, seat does go forward, does come back, and does recline, and it does come back up. All right, let's try this again. Headliner looks awesome. Again, going back to what I was saying a few minutes ago. Look how nice these seats are. I'm telling you guys, I can't overstate this one. This is a super nice car. Look how nice our jam is, like all down through here. Kick plate, back of our passenger seat, just awesome, awesome condition. Rear air is not on. Now it is. So you can see all of that works as it should. Here's under the right rear seat. Carpet looks awesome, and the bottom of our seat is in great shape. Again, look how nice the back of these seats are. I know you're probably wondering, Chris, why do you care about the back of the seats? I just like clean cars. Seat belt's in great shape. It is cold in Georgia today. Same thing, just like the rest of the door panels. Everything looks awesome. One little tiny crack right there on the wood. Other than that, everything is in excellent condition. Window does go down and does come back up. Again, jam, look how nice it is. Kick plate, look how nice it is. They did a good job preserving this one. Look at our seat belts. Carpet under the left seat and the bottom of the seat. Looks awesome. Well, seat does go forward and it does recline. I got to move it to get this seat back down. I don't know how I got it down. Oh, it's locked. Duh. There we go. Armrest for the rear and cup holder. Hit this carpet. Carpet looks great over here. Nothing to complain about. All right, so again, seat does slide back and does recline. Driver's door panel, just like the rest, is in excellent condition. Look how nice all of our switches look. The wood is cracked on this door, as you can see. Again, very common to see on these warmer climate cars. Window does roll down and it does come back up. So, carpet underneath the driver's area. Very slight staining, but nothing major going on. Get that back in there. Again, look how nice this driver's seat is. Bolster's in great shape. Our lower lumbar all looks really nice. Seatbelt on the driver's side is just like the rest, nice and clean. Actually, let me get back out, it'll be easier. Armrest is in great shape. Look how nice the console looks. These consoles get destroyed. If you've been looking for one or you own one, you know how hard they are to keep nice. This one is not the case. How nice our shift knob looks. All the wood. Do have an aux jack. Heated seats do work. And there's your 12 volt. Ashtray. Cig lighter. Never been used. Very neutral. Smells like a woman in this car. So I would assume that a woman drove it. Look how nice everything looks up here. So you can see where the wood is starting to lift off the plastic trim. That is another common thing you'll see from hot climates. As you can see, we're on the nav screen. Let's test this backup camera, working as it should. As you can see, as we scroll through all of our different features, we can see that everything works. Climate control. I'm going to turn this temp down. Hopefully all you guys could hear that it was cycling through all of its different settings as it should. And I think that is good. Now, regarding the radio, as you guys know, if you watch my videos, I do not want to get copyrighted, so we're not going to turn it up very long or loud.
So I was saying something on Twitter. Yes, they are parody.
You can hear that
and now they've got you parody.
The radio does work. Obviously, we can cycle through AM, FM. Here's our satellite feature. So again, this is satellite ready. You just got to get it hooked up. It is not working. And then let's hit AM. There we are. We can scroll through our channels.
Actual language. Wow. Apparently it all got stuck.
There we go. So everything looks really nice there. Let's check our steering wheel. Do have some imperfections, probably from a ring, but all the materials there's nothing that's come off it. All of our wood grain looks fantastic on the steering wheel. This side doesn't seem as bad as far as the imperfections go, but none of our buttons are peeling. Lexus emblem looks great, and again, the wood all looks fantastic. So our sunroof is tilted up. I'm going to tilt it down if I can get it. And I'm going to have to program the one touch, but as you can see, it does open. And Yeah, I'm gonna have to program the one touch. I'll do that after the video. That's easy to do. And we're back up to the tilted position. Four-wheel drive. Obviously we are full-time four-wheel drive, so we're in high right now, as you can see. I'm gonna shift into neutral and put that bad boy in low. As you see, we are in low. You don't get any kind of indicator on the dash. You're just in 4 low. And if we put it in drive, we know that we are good to go. So I'm going to go back to neutral and rip it back into high. And there we have it. E-brake does come on and off, as it should. And let's do the mirrors real quick. Left mirror, out, down, up, and in. Right mirror, out, in, down, up. All right, so I'm gonna shut some doors and let's take it for a quick spin. All right, and here we go. So no different from any of my other videos, with whether it be 100s, 200s, whatever, 4Runners. We're going to be listening for drivetrain noise, any kind of unusual wheel bearing noise. I know that they're on the service history. I think there was 2 wheel bearings that were replaced at some point. So yeah, and obviously I've already driven this car quite a bit and know that there's nothing wrong with it. Here we go. Sorry for the glare. She gets up and gets out. These aren't quite as heavy as the 100s, and so they get moving much quicker. So, something to discuss that I don't think I've talked about. The timing belt was done on this car at 133,000 miles. So you don't have anything to worry about as far as the timing belt goes for quite some time mileage-wise. The brakes were recently done. I just had the car at Toyota where they did an oil change and resurfaced the rear rotors and replaced the rear pads. The front are still in great shape, so we didn't have to do anything there. And I'm gonna try to get out of this guy's way. And here we go. We're back up to normal speeds, no lights. Steering wheel's nice and straight. Try to take my hand off for a second. No hands. Look, well, no hands. Tracking nice and straight. No weird noises, no wheel bearing noises. Everything looks and sounds as it should. Watch the steering wheel for shake as I get on the brakes. 0 shake. Brakes feel great in this car. These things are much peppier than the 100s. All right, so one last thing I want to showcase, and that is door lock actuators. You know, I always in my videos like this is one of the cars that we can lock and find out if it is in fact working or not. So I know most of you know, but those of you don't, the way to tell is to lock the car. And when we lock it, we're going to be listening for the beep feedback, and then we'll walk around the car and pull all the door handles. And I've got a dead battery. In the original key. So I spoke on the aftermarket alarm. Door handle 1, door handle 2. Don't forget the gate. Door handle 3, 4, and 5. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video of this really clean, super hard to find Desert Sage Metallic GX 470. I should have this thing online shortly for you guys. And again, if anybody's interested or there's anything I missed, any part of the video you want to see that's not here, please reach out, chris@hilsonluxury.com or 678-454-6060, and I will be glad to do whatever you guys need. And we will see you on the next one.